welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, for those of you who are new here. If you're returning, then welcome back. Today I'm going to get my nails done. So we're getting rid of the yellow. And I think I'm going to go for a blue. So today I am wearing sort of a natural look, well, natural for me anyway, with like a peachy coral matte lipstick. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Right, we're going to start with moisturiser first, and I'm going to go in with the Lipcolour Caviar Cream. I use this every day, and this is from Aldi for about £6.99. On my neck, I usually put a hand cream, so quite a thick cream. So my favourite one at the moment is the Nivea Age Defying. And I've got the Lipcolour Vitacell Eye Cream. I'm just going to pop that under my eyes. I'm not going to go for primer. I'm going to do my new favourite thing, and I'm going to put concealer all over where I would get really oily. So I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in the shade C5. And I'm just going to put that all over where I would get oily. Between my eyebrows. Also, is really good at covering all your pores up as well. So I've got a couple of marks on my chin. They're not actually spots or anything, they're bruises from when I had my Profilo. I've got a couple of some marks on my face, just where the incisions went in. Now I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm using quite a lot of Revolution products today, so I'm going to use the Revolution foundation stick in F10. And this is the one, it's a good colour for daytime. I've got F12 as well, but I usually use that at night. But it's a nice creamy foundation. Now I am quite oily, especially in my T-zone. The concealer definitely helps underneath with the oiliness, but you do obviously have to powder quite a bit. And I'm going to blend that in with a brush. So I'm just stippling it. This is the first time I've put makeup on since I had my Profilo done, because I like to keep my face as sort of like as makeup free and as product free as possible after any sort of procedure, especially something that gets injected, because I don't want any sort of infection. I'm not gonna do super sculpted eyebrows today because I am going to go for a nail appointment. And then the sunbed. That's my day. So it's a full coverage, but it does give a really nice finish. And that's it. I don't even feel like I need to blend it in with a beauty blender. For £6, that foundation is really, really lovely. I do have my eyebrows tattooed, as I've probably said quite a few times before. The colour stays really well, as you can see. But I'm literally just going to run a bit of mascara, and this is just the W7. It's literally just a cheap mascara that I have in the bottom of my mascara box, and I just very lightly, I'll dab off as much of the mascara as I can, and then I just very lightly brush through. Very natural looking I want them to be today. And then I'll take the brush again, and with a little bit of the Got To Be glued hair gel, pop a little bit on the back of my hand, like so, and just run the brush through, and then brush that through my eyebrows, and that just keeps them in place all day. I'm not going to do much to my eyes, but I'm going to add a bit of depth just in the crease, and I've just got the Revolution palette in Reloaded Iconic Vitality, and I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush and dip it into, and just all over the crease. And while you're sweeping across, you want to blend in circular motions as well, and then across sweep. And then we're going to take a smaller fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into this one and take that into the crease. Now I've got hooded eyes, so I take mine above the crease so that when I open my eye you can still see a bit of it. Can you see? So when I open my eye you can still see the colour. And then on the same brush I'm going to take this one. There's lots of pigment in these palettes, they're amazing. And I'm just gonna pop that all over my lid. So I'm not doing anything fancy like a cut crease or anything. Just a very, very soft colour. I'm going for soft lips today and soft eyes. And that's the main part of my eye done. I'm now going to go for some concealer under my eyes. Same concealer, same colour. Again, I'm not going too heavy with the contour and highlight today. My smile lines, I know I only had my Profilo done the other day, but my smile lines seem to be a lot less. I think so. I don't know. It's one of those things that because you're studying your face so much, waiting. Okay, I'm actually driving at the moment. Sorry, thank you. Thanks, mate. Okay, quick tip. If you ever get one of those call centres, I mean that was from Indonesia. I thought it might be work, so that's why I answered it, but it was a call centre asking for a survey. Just tell them you're driving if you don't want to be, because I don't like to be rude and hang up, because that's someone, that end, it's their job, isn't it? They're getting paid to do that, so I don't like to be rude and hang up. But I also don't want to get into any conversation with anybody about a survey that I have no interest in. So I just tell them that I'm driving and they're quite happy to just go then, because obviously they don't want to disturb you while you're driving. Right. Anyway, beauty blender, damp one, and we're just gonna pat all that in. Again, I've not gone crazy with anything. Well, I don't think I have. If you're thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of makeup just for a day, eyelash. Believe me, this is not a lot of makeup. Well, not for me anyway. I'm going to put a bit of banana powder. This is the Nye banana powder, just in a Dior pot. And I'm just going to take a wet Real Techniques sponge. I use a different wet sponge for my creams as I do my powder, so this is for my powder. I like this one because it's got obviously the different angles and it's a lot easier to sort of cut your angles with. That didn't sound right. It's got a lot of different angles. It's got a lot of different sides, so you can cut your angles with. No, it still doesn't sound right. It's got a lot of different sides that you can cut your lines with. We'll leave it at that, you know what I mean. Now, I am 43. I do have lines under my eyes, and I haven't had anything too drastic like fillers or Botox under here yet. Not going to say I won't do in the future, but at the moment it's not enough of a problem, and I feel that until something becomes a huge problem, or something that I notice every day and something that I am bothered about and something that I feel I can't cover up with makeup, then I leave it for as long as possible, because unfortunately there is going to come a time when it's going to need looking at. But at the moment my under eyes don't bother me that much, like not as much as round here did, so that's why I had the Profilo, because round here bothered me. My crow's feet bother me, so I have Botox in them. So at the moment my eyes, under my eyes, I mean the threads worked brilliantly. Now I think they might be wearing off because I'm sure it's been like 3 years now. Next I am going to go in with a little bit of, this is the Dark Deep Mineralize Skin Finish from MAC, and I've got this awesome Primark brush. I love it just because of the shape. So it's flat, I think it's like £2. It helps you get into all the lines really easily, and your forehead as well. Just because I've got quite a small forehead, or I think I have. Yeah, I think I've got a small forehead, so I find that there's not much room to place loads of powder. This brush is really, really, really awesome. You can just do everywhere with it. Just to blend everything in a little bit better, I'm going to take the PS My Perfect Colour, and this is the medium coverage mattifying powder, and this is in the shade Toffee for £2, and I love this. I've got the MAC Studio Fix, in, I can't remember what shade I have, but basically this is exactly the same. I still use that, I sort of depends which one I dip into first. And for the first time I'm using this brush that I bought from Wilkinson's, the softest brush I've ever tried in my life. And the handle is amazing because it's got the grooves where your fingers can fit in. And we're just gonna pat this all over because obviously we do have to think of this foundation being very dewy. This brush is lovely. I might have to go and get a few more. Such a lovely brush. I mean, it's really big, fluffy, and it's so soft. So soft. Okay, let's finish off the eyes. Let me just brush through my lashes. So I don't wear strip lashes because I get my lashes done, and sometimes if I want a really dramatic effect, I will do, but I feel actually these are long enough and thick enough. And we're just going to go in with the smaller brush. Taking the second brown shimmer shade that I used, I'm going to run that along the bottom of my eye. One of the ways that I get round, because my eyes are hooded, but through age they've started to droop a little bit as well. So one of the ways that I get round that, because the one thing that I really struggle with, and I don't even bother trying very much because I feel that it doesn't look great on me, is a winged eyeliner, because I find that the wing gets cut in half because of the droop in my eye. Now if my eyes went like that, I could have a lovely wing eyeliner, but they don't. They drop down. One of the ways that I do get around that is I take my eyeshadow right into the droop, so it lifts it a little bit. You see how it sort of still makes it look lifted even though it's covering up the droop, so the droop's going down, but because the eyeshadow is still going up a bit, it looks lifted. And I take it as low down as possible because the lower down you can cover some of your eye wrinkles up. My left eye never ever goes, my right eye goes lovely and I really like the effect that it gives, but the left eye, there's a tiny little patch of skin that for some reason, we all have it I'm sure, that the powder won't settle onto. So it gives me a gap and it bugs me every time because no matter what I do, powder just doesn't settle in it properly. I've learned to live with it. And then on the same brush, because for some reason I bought two eye brushes. I bought two eye brushes down with me. Now this is my first time out here in my studio, and I've still got to learn what things I need and what things I don't need out here. So clearly we need more eye brushes. I'm now taking the peach coral shade that we used and running that right along my bottom lashes. Concentrating more in the middle rather than taking it all the way out to the edges. I'm going to use my Morphe setting spray and I'm going to spray the brush. Oh, it smells really nice. And we're just going to go, oh yeah, I like that, right in the corner. Okay, I like that. I like that look. I always find that you get the best looks when you've got no idea what you're going to be doing and it just sort of like all comes together at the end. So bottom mascara, obviously my favourite. I got this free with a lipstick. I bought a couple of lipsticks from Buxom, and they gave me a free miniature mascara and I love it. I think it's brilliant. It's the only one I've used since. Okay, let's put a bit of blusher on. I'm going to use, oh, I have a blusher brush, thank goodness for that. I'm going to use the Blaze from the Primark palette, seeing as that's what we have out here, and I'm just going to use my Dior sort of tapered brush. I use this always for my blusher. And highlighter. So I've bought my fan brush and I'm going to go in, actually I might use this highlighter, one that I've got in this palette here. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and this is what I've been using as my mirror, but it does have a really nice highlighter and bronzer in it, so I might use the highlighter from here because I haven't used this for a long time. Above the eyebrows, just lifts them a little bit. Cupid's bow and the nose. Oh god, you're literally, right, stop now, stop. And I'm just going to mould this all into one. So I'm running out of this. It's the Pixi Glow Mist. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to repurchase it because I have bought one from Revolution. I think I'm going to test that out for a bit. I mean, this has been brilliant, but for £18, whereas obviously the Revolution one I think was a £3.99 or something like that. So I'm going to see if I miss it. If I miss it, I'm definitely going to buy it again because it has been brilliant. That's why we're nearly at the end now. So I'm just going to spray this all over. So as you can see, everything is very, very wet now. And then I take my powder puff, a clean one, and I just pat very gently. You don't want to move anything. So you just want to push everything in and just let everything mould into itself. And there, everything comes back to life. And then I usually go in with a bit more highlighter because why wouldn't you? But I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit and I'm going to move on to lips. So for lips, I'm going to use the MAC Mademoiselle. I said it right first time, which is, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I've not been able to say this word at all. So Mademoiselle. 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 Ah. And it's the retro matte liquid lip colour. And it's in this gorgeous coral colour. And then as a lip liner, I'm going to use the Smashbox Always Sharp lip liner in Sherbet. It's one of the ones where you twist and it always is sharpened at the end, which I think is a brilliant idea. Oh, I've got hair. I mean, it is a brilliant idea, but I wouldn't repurchase any Smashbox. I find that Smashbox is very expensive. Very expensive. I don't find it a good price at all. I don't find any of their stuff amazing enough to pay what you pay. I mean, I bought this just because this was like, I've had this quite a long time. So before like Primark started bringing out good lip liners and Revolution and stuff, I have literally got a hair somewhere. So the reason I put my lip liner on first before I put my primer, my lip primer, is that the lip liner doesn't go on very well once you've put your primer. This is such a nude colour that it's not going to show up anyway. This look needs to go with sunshine, but there's no sunshine. I was going to go for, oh, I can't talk at the same time. I was going to go for coral nails today. I don't know what made me go for blue. Whether I'll come out with blue is another thing. But, okay, so where's my primer? So you can use the Baby Skin. Any real silicone-y primer works really good as a primer for your lips, and your lipstick just stays lovely on it. At the moment, I'm trying to use up my BareMinerals Prime Time when I was a complete BareMinerals girl. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this just on my finger. And it gives a really smooth base. This is one of those colours that works really well, I find, with my eye colour, my skin colour, my hair. It's one of those colours that just seems to soften everything. And if I'm having a crappy day where I'm feeling either washed out or tired or a bit ill, this colour just brings everything back to life. It makes my eyes stand out. It makes my eyes look really green. And then we're going to finish off again with the Morphe Setting Mist all over. Oh my god, that smells so good. I need a wafter down here. That's another thing I need. Something to waft. Upstairs I use my hairdryer. So here is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell at the bottom, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!